13 or 14, Scotty, and they have 3 or 4 guys around the same average. I mean, sometimes you see a player that just dominates, no doubt about it. He's been the best player on the floor in the 6 games we played. So the fact he's been able to score 20 is no surprise, really. But sometimes balance is a little bit better.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. It's great to have a so-called star, a superstar, if you want to call it that. But it is great to have a team that's all hunkered around. You know, some of the great cross-country teams don't necessarily have the guy that wins the race, but they run in that pack, and they all come in together at about the same time. And when the team totals are announced, you know, the team that ran in the pack ends up with a win.
And yet a different league and a different game, but I don't think the Bucks anytime soon are going to tell Giannis to kind of score, because we'd rather have a more balanced scoring. So I'm pretty sure he's going to keep scoring at 30+.
But not tonight, because he's not.
No, he's not playing tonight.
We'll see how the Bucks do with New Orleans coming in. All right, the Pointers and the Royals coming up here in just a moment. We're going to get a break for our national anthem, and then we'll come back and play a little basketball. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Locally owned.
We get ready to go here this evening. Our Pointers taking on the Bethel Royals. And great to have you along here tonight. Bethel comes in 5-2 overall, 3-1 in their conference, coached by Doug Novak in his 7th year. And of course, Stevens Point 6-0 on the year, have yet to play a conference game, coached by Bob Semling in year number 15. So we'll see what transpires here tonight. Starting lineup, 6'1 senior Jack Jensen out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. 6'1 senior Hudson Urbanus. He is out of Austin, Texas. You have 6'4 senior Granger Kingland from Lake Mills, Iowa. Also in the starting lineup is 6'4 junior Jake Van White out of Eagan, Minnesota, and 6'4 junior Jamal Davis from Hopkins, Minnesota. For our Stevens Point Pointers tonight, it'll be 6'2 senior Ethan Bublis from Jackson and Kettle Moraine Lutheran High, 6'7 senior Brandon Frey from Prairie du Sac and Sauk Prairie High. It is 6'4 senior Blake Turkey from Deerfield, Wisconsin. 6' senior Aaron Knez from Chippewa Falls. And 6'8 senior Matt Turner from West Bend West High School. Let's see what happens. West Bend West, you know, Manny was only about 20 feet from going to West Bend East. Yes, he was. 2 high schools separated by a hallway, if you're not familiar with their setup. Rather unique, Scotty, West Bend East and West. Well, let's see how we started quickly the last few games, Scotty. We got leads on
both Hope and Christopher Newport and never looked back. Virtually didn't trail in either one of those games. So always great to get off to a quick beginning.
That's for sure. It never hurts anyway.
Not a huge crowd here tonight.
No, it's cold. It is cold.
Not like our fans haven't experienced, below zero weather before.
Yeah, oh, you're right on that. Well, let's see what happens. And the Pointers keep the run going, especially here on their home floor. Another game coming up on Saturday at Ripon. Then the entire week off for finals. And they play again the following Sunday, just before Christmas, when a very good Augustana will come into the Quandt.
Yep, always a very good Augustana team.
All right, the opening tip is controlled by Stevens Point. We are underway. Aaron Knez quickly over to Blake Erkey on the right side. Erkey hands back to Aaron. Sends it out on top to Matt Kerner, and on the low block left side, it'll go to Spray, trying to back in, kick out Erkey. Right back to Brandon, trying to reestablish. Turnaround jumper, rolls it off the rim. Just kind of lost it going up, I think.
Yeah, England defended that well, stayed strong.
So up it will come. Jamal Davis, the junior, up on top, up to Jensen. They'll go quickly to the left side. Davis into the lane, down the lane, and hit the bottom of the rim with it. Royals get it back, kick out, wide open, triple from the left side, rolls off the rim. Erkey with a rebound off the Kingland to miss. Blake will push front court into the circle, off it'll go to Spray. Brandon looking over at Kerner, he turned his head. Over to Ethan for a triple, off the rim, no, and the rebound to Kingland. Well, it was open, just didn't knock it down. Davis will bring it up here for the Royals, heads right, gives off to the corner. With the dribble out there is Urbanus. Back out on top. England tries to shoot the ball.
Yep. Just put the ball down in time. Pretty good shooting team from the perimeter, the Royals, Scotty. They're shooting as a team 40%. You take that percentage every year.
Yep. So here comes Ethan Bublitz. Goes off the Spray. Over to Aaron Knez. Stevens Point going against man-to-man right now. Up on top, over to the left corner. They'll drop it in on the low left block again to Spray up on top. Knez wants a triple. That's offline. Spray kicks it out. Turner, and a reset of the offense.
What we got? They don't like the shot clock at 20. It didn't reset soon enough. Should have reset, I guess, when he tipped it out, Scotty. So they're gonna adjust it to 17. See, we get something inside. We've had a couple threes. You don't want to get seduced into staying out there all night.
Nope. Ethan Bublitz on top of the Spray. Right back to Ethan on the right wing. Pulls up with the jumper, and the Pointers grab a lead.
Up off the dribble. 18-footer, low right.
He's having a great start to the season. Kingland up on top to Jensen. Works the dribble against Knez. They'll go left side to Davis. Got it to Jensen. Kick out wide open from the right corner, and the Royals grab the lead.
Yeah, Aaron Knez helped off the corner, and that was a wide open look.
We got good ball rotation, and we got caught. Knez off the Spray. Over to the left side, it'll go to Erkey. Tried to go baseline, got cut off. Now takes it inside.
They're going to say he wore it,
and they're going to say a foul on Blake.
Yeah, they're going to say he went around the defender with the arm on the hook. I guess there's a reason he ended up so wide open. But, they got two guys on offense, guys. They're sitting in the corners, and they're just trying to dribble penetrate with the other three and then kick to those corners. You got to be careful how quickly you help.
Davis, Urbanus, all tipped away and out of bounds.
Running cutters through the lane.
Zach Luke's going to come into the ball game very quickly for Aaron Knez.
Yeah.
So Davis will inbound.
I think they're looking for a little more quickness, Scotty. A little better defender.
Inbound, it'll come here to Van White. Back to Davis. He'll take it with the dribble across the top of the circle, right to left. Into the corner, it'll go to Kirkland. Back up to Jensen, out high left corner. Working against Moot, kick out. Kirkland puts it on the floor, into the lane. Out it'll go. 3-ball off the rim. Rebound by Matt Kerner. Nice job. It'll come to Ethan up the left wing. Pointers down by 1. In on the left block to Spray. Trying to back his way in again. Double teamed. They strip it away from him.
Yeah, got doubled. Wasn't strong enough with the ball.
Quickly up. Stop at the arc. Out around the horn. Davis thought about a 3. Takes Spray into the lane. Down the lane. Works off the right block. Trying to back in against Brandon and then throws it away. That's going to go to the backcourt. Actually Blake Erkey will get there, and he'll go in left-hand layup.
Well, turnover that led to 2. Give Blake credit. He was just the quicker player, got all the way for the easy 2.
16:34 to go. Stevens Point back on top by 1. It'll go left wing. Top of the circle, Jensen into the right corner, running it into the lane. Jump stop, kick out, right side. Jensen wants 3 off the rim. Erkey with another board.
Well, the Royals are missing some shots, but they're getting good shots.
They certainly are. Blake Erkey over to Spray.
So he's got to using their quickness.
Kick out on the right side. That's Moose. Drops it in on the baseline to Brandon against Davis, backing him down again. Out to Moose, right back to Spray in the post. They'll get it to Kerner. Kind of caught it behind him, unfortunately. Erkey with it. He's going to take a 3 off the rim. No, he's taking a lot of 3s early. Back up it will come with Jamal Davis, top of the circle. Dishes back out. Kirkland to the right elbow with the dribble. Sends it back out over to the left wing. Working on the dribble. Jensen takes it back to the free throw line. Out to Davis. A deep 3. Long rebound to Brandon Spray.
Well, you know, truth be told, both teams settling for 3s at this point.
About as warm as it is outside, huh?
Yeah, either way, they hit the only 3 of the game.
Right side, back out to Kerner. It's 4 3-pointers.
You know, the Royals aren't big, Scotty, but they're quick defensively.
Inside to Erkey, spin move. He'll go up and got it to go.
Nice footwork by Blake down in the post.
So Stevens going up by 3 in the ball game. Davis, left side, Kirkland. Free throw line extended all the way to the sideline. They'll get it up on top over to the right side, Jensen. Jensen against Boots off the screen, drives it down the lane and got the finger roll.
Yeah, beautiful play. They set a ball screen right at the free throw line. He used it to get all the way to the rim.
Nobody helped out down the lane. Ethan to the free throw lane, kicks it out to Moose. That comes back left into the hands of Erkey. Working dribble, takes it down the left of the lane, goes up and scores it again.
Well, Blake obviously feeling that he can work against Jack Jensen. He's got the advantage over the 6'1 senior.
8 5-pointers. Davis brings it up.
Size advantage, that is.
Yep.
Blake's, 3 or 4 inches taller.
Yep. It'll go up on top to Van White. Ball tipped away by Spray, picked up by Moose. 2-on-2 break. Zach will take it in and has it blocked by Davis. Got it back, kicks it out. Turner, open 3. That's offline. Zach take it right straight back.
He didn't realize he was wide open, did he? All he had to do with that rebound is go back up.
Moose will take the 3. No, Spray keeps it alive. Picked up by Buglitz. He couldn't knock it down. Well, the Pointers are missing some chances. Here it comes quickly. Advantage, and that is going to be a block.
No, they're going to call it a block on Buglitz. Yeah, boy, 3 opportunities. Unfortunately, on the initial break on that last play, Scotty, you're right. Zach Moose got the rebound after the block and didn't realize that there's nobody around him. It would have been a very easy 2.
Yeah, instead he kicked it back out. 13:50 to go. We've got our first media timeout. Pointers lead it 8-5. We'll be back in 30 seconds. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCS.
Why get a remote start?
That Stevens Point up 8-5 over the Bethel Royals right now. By the way, in their royal blue uniform. You have problems?
Yeah, I was just having the music feedback in my ear. Now I can hear you. Hi.
Yeah. It's that little toggle switch. You want to put that where it is, and then you'll hear a little bit better.
Very good. Well, the 2 teams are combined right now, 1 of 10 from behind the 3-point line. The only shot hit so far from out there by Hudson Urbana for the Royals.
Royals will inbound. They send it up on top. Just into the ball game, by the way, is Isaiah Carver-Bailey. He'll get it out on the right wing. Back to Davis on top to Jensen. They'll move the ball around quickly. He'll drive it into the paint. Kick out. Right back to Jensen on the block again. Aaron Knez, and Jensen scores right over the top.
It just took him one-on-one, low right. Low half hook over the top.
Garrett Nelson into the game. Peter Timmerman into the game for Stevens Point, by the way. Matt Kerner leaves it to Knez. Aaron working right wing into the corner. Back out to Kerner. Spray. Timmerman wide open. 3. No. Long rebound. Garrett Nelson. Boy, can't hit a shot right now. Brandon Spray takes it down to the left baseline. Got cut off. Kicks it out. Timmerman had a chance again. This time he passes it up.
Yeah, that was in rhythm, too.
Lob inside the Spray. He'll go up left hand. Rolled it off the rim. Where he's got to finish, though.
Yeah, just not explosive enough. Not strong enough.
It will go off to Jensen. Back over to Davis here. Davis at the free throw line. Pointers up 1. Well, that's a gimme layup.
Yeah.
That is finish at the rim.
That's 2 now.
Gently rolling it in. Hammer it home. Davis in the right corner. Ball kicked away. It'll stay with Bethel.
7 on the shot clock.
Stevens Point Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Physical Therapy, world-class treatment with hometown care. Back in will come Kingland.
The coach has made that a point of emphasis, Scott. He feels we've missed way too many shots inside.
Mania in off to Davis down the lane, and he banks one down.
Yeah, Peter Timmerman with him. He got it off glass.
Well, the Pointers down by 1, 9-8. Struggling to shoot the basketball. And when you can't shoot it, then you've got to dig deep. Garrett Nelson out on the right wing. Working dribbles at the arc, bounces it in, right corner. Kerner, turnaround jumper off the rim. Rebound, Timmerman backside. Tried to send it back out. It hit the bottom of the backboard.
Yeah, a lot of
picked up by Bethel.
A lot of contact on that board, though, Sky. Would have liked to see the foul, but didn't get the call.
Dennis back up. Davis wants 3. Rims out. Spray with a rebound. He had it tipped away. Just again, not strong enough with the basketball. They get another triple. This one misses. Timmerman draws it. Nelson into the front court. Long cross court to Spray. Takes it inside. Back out to Timmerman. Timmerman will find Knez out on the wing. Knez holds dribble, gives it up on top. Over to the left side, it'll go to Garrett Nelson. Drives in, pulls up, 12-footer, rims off no. Carver Bagley with Bagley with the rebound. So the Pointers' shooting woes continue. Over the top of the circle, a nice pass underneath by Davis to Winia, and he scores easily.
Garrett Nelson got caught watching the ball, Scotty, and they just did a little quick back cut.
So the Pointers down by 3.
A little bit of a funk to start this game by our Pointers.
Yep. Garrett Nelson heads left off the Kerner screen, gives it back to Matt. He's going to try to tie the game. He's offline again. Rebounded by Carver Bagley. They're just taking that first open 3. Not really getting ball rotation. Carver Bagley down the lane, puts it up too strong. Rebound pulled out by Bethel. Left side triple off the rim. Garrett Nelson with the board. He'll push it up the left side. Bethel gets back quickly. Nice defense down the lane. Garrett goes to the rim. They're going to say the foul before the shot.
Up right on the crossover dribble, about 8 feet in front.
That'll be the first foul of the game called on Bethel. It's on Jamal Davis.
I like the attack in the basket, at least, Scotty. When you're struggling shooting, see if you can get to the rim, get a foul, get to the foul line. Where the Pointers are a very good free throw shooting team, we shoot 81% on the season.
Not tonight. Well, we haven't been to the line. Not shooting it well so far tonight. Blake Gerke to the right baseline. Bublitz tried to sneak in. Pulls up for the J and hits
a little step back from about 10 feet on the right baseline.
Thankfully, Bethel hasn't gotten away from you here because they've had some opportunities with your forward shooting. Kingland stops in the circle. In trouble, finally got rid of it into the hands of Carver Bagley. Carver Bagley back out. Kingland for 3 off the rim. Rebound tipped around, comes back to Bethel. Just couldn't secure it. Carver Bagley in the corner, back out. Kingland wants it again. This one offline. Rebound by Erke. Well, neither team really shoots well, are they?
I mean, they're open threes, but that doesn't mean it's a good tree, right? Both ways.
Yeah. Erkey up to Nelson.
I guess bad shooting can be as contagious as good shooting.
Kerner gets tripped. It was inadvertent. That'll be a foul.
Van White, junior out of Eagan, Minnesota. We have a lot of juniors and seniors on this team, guys. We're playing an experienced basketball team.
11-10, Royals leading the pointers right now. Erkey in the left corner off the inbound, cross the way. Kerner tries it again, can't find the range. So we're gonna get a rebounding foul on Bethel. Carver Bagley.
That's who it's going to be on, working against Blake Erkey. Well, yet another chance. This will be our third shot at the basket.
All right, inbound, left baseline. It'll go to Erkey. Blake with it out. Finally gets it off to Bublik. Stopped by his man down the lane. Left-hand layup.
Yeah, the defender, in this case, Jensen, made a big mistake. Got up too high, left the floor on the ball fake, and he went right around him.
4 in a row for the Pointers. They regain the advantage by 1. Jensen down to the baseline. Kirkland. Back up and around the horn it'll go. With it here is Whalen. Whalen over to the right side. Kirkland up on top. Carver Bagley, and it's the 3.
That boat's helping off awful deep. That's the inability to get back to your shooter.
So down by 2 is Stevens Point. Zach Moot, left side, long cross court to Nelson. Will go into the hands of Ethan, trying to direct a little traffic stop. Bounces it in. Blake in the post. Nothing available. Out to Garrett Nelson. His 3 high off the rim. Rebounded by Kirkland.
The offer continues.
I keep saying Kirk.
You kind of hope if we hit one and get the lid off, Scotty,
that might open up.
It'll start open up the floodgates.
Carver Bagley wants 3 more and got it over Zach. 2 in a row for Carver Bagley, and now you're down by 5.
You know, those aren't even off of ball screens. That's just not staying with your assignment.
Bublik over to Erkey. Kerner off the right side to the circle to Nelson. Certainly would look better if you were hitting a few shots, but that's the way it goes. Erkey drives it to the right side of the lane to a cutting Garrett Nelson, scores the layup.
Well, we haven't done a lot of that. When we're doing, when we're playing good offense, we get a lot of cutting action. Good job by Garrett.
17-14. Jensen up front. Knez getting set to come in, and just throws a bad pass. Went right back by Van White and out of bounds.
Unforced turnover.
And immediate timeout coming up. 7:33 to go here in the opening half. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, showing Bethel 17, Stevens Point 14. Plan your before or after game get-togethers at the final score. Second to Maria Stevens Point. Back here in 30 seconds, UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WCCN. All right, 7:33 to go here in the opening half. And Stevens Point finds himself down by 3.
Pointer just 7 of 22 to start this basketball game. 0 of 9 now from behind the three-point line. Bethel, on the other hand, 7 of 17 at 41%. They've made 3 of 12 from behind the arc. So a very poor shooting display so far to start the game. Long ways to go, of course. Hopefully, at some point, we're going to start putting the ball in the hole.
Well, if you don't, it'll be a long night. Garrett Nelson into the front court against Carver Bagley across the way to Brandon Spray. Spray finds Knez out on the left wing, kicks the dribble back to the top of the circle into Brandon. Left side of the lane, here comes the double team. Kick out, sends it right back to Brandon, tried to go inside and draws a foul.
Much to the chagrin of Jack Jensen, who the foul was called upon. Good post-to-repost action. Brandon using his size advantage to force his way to the paint. He's going to have a couple of free throws for his efforts.
GCR Tires and Service, Stevens Point. Visit them on Church Street, Stevens Point, for all your automotive needs. This is the first one.
Yep, he was a perfect 3 of 3 coming into tonight. That's not enough foul shots for your post player. No. Brandon's got to be more aggressive. He's got to get to the line 4 or 5 times a night.
Got the second one. Pointers are back within a pair at 17-15.
Well, see if you get a stop.
Get something going defensively. Davis into the front court, guarded there by Bublitz off the high screen. Right side to Jensen against Garrett Nelson. Carver Bagley working against Knez, got right by him down the lane, scores the layup.
Nice driving move.
That was close.
No, we haven't done a very good job staying in front of that young man, have we?
He's got 8 points already and averages 12, 11.6. Brandon Spray, right side, kick out to the corner, up on top to Erkey. Around the horn, it'll go to Garrett. 14 on the shot clock. Spray back over to Knez. Aaron working against Carver Bagley into the lane. Kick out Ethan. Open three. No. Tip rebound back to Garrett Nelson. So Spray kept it alive. Bublitz back up to Garrett to the free throw line. Dishes out to Spray. He's going to take it deep. 3 and got
1 for 11. We go. That was the deepest 3 we've shot, Scotty.
Davis gives off to Jensen, running down the lane and scores the layup. Boy, defense a little lax.
Oh, boy, they're getting to the rim. Help isn't coming. They've done a nice job isolating and spreading, and we haven't defended it very well.
Ethan fakes the 3, gets it back inside, and a foul behind Jamal Davis from behind, I do believe.
That's correct. Team foul number 5 against the Royals. Point just at 2. 5:54 to go.
That's 2 on Davis, by the way. Warren Boots is going to come in for Garrett Nelson. No, for Aaron Knez. Kerner will come in for Garrett Nelson.
Well, again, Bethel not a big team. They're small and quick, and that quickness has been a difficult thing for us to match with defensively.
Spray will inbound. Bounces it into Blake Erkey on the left baseline. Pointers down 3 right now. Blake into the lane, jump stop. No shot available. Kicked away and out of bounds by Carver Bagley.
13 on the shot clock. Both teams still in the man-to-man.
Carver Bagley, I believe, coming off his collegiate high in their last game. So he's on a bit of a roll, and he's stealing it already here tonight.
Yeah,
Inbound, it'll come to Moose.
He's already got his season average, right?
Yeah. Brandon Spray over to Kerner. 9 on the shot clock. Matt to the free throw line. Kick out, Moose. Deep 3. No. Rebounded by Carver Bagley.
Well, you know what? The Royals will be just as happy as can be to see us keep taking those streaks.
Yeah. Well, why not? We're not hitting it. Jensen, right wing, kick out, Carver Bagley. Back off, it'll go to Urbanez. Into the lane, down the lane, bodied up that time by Moot. Urbanez still working in the post, sends it out to Carver Bagley. Now Bublitz on him defensively. Got by Ethan down the lane, blocked away, loose ball picked up by Erkey. He's got Spray to his left, brings it down, goes to the hoop, and runs with a foul.
Well, good job of first getting the block shot on this end and then running the floor for the easy 2. When you're not shooting well, those are the kinds of opportunities you really need to find.
That'll be the second on Jack Jensen. And a chance for a 3-point play to potentially tie the game up again. So Erkey will go to the line for the first time. He has 8 points already in tonight's game.
Tell you what, we got some guys that are looking pretty tired out there, Scotty. The pace of this offense that we're playing against is demanding.
Robbie Whitney, a 6'2 senior out of St. Francis, Minnesota, into the game. Blake's free throw not even close. The rebound goes right to Whitney. So here you go. Up it will come. Whitney, off it'll go to Urbanez. To the right side to Kirkland. The ball tipped away by Spray, but regained by Carver Bailey. And then a foul on Brandon Spray trying to get the loose ball.
Yeah, good effort. Yep, just got caught with the hold. That's his first 3-team foul.
Inbound, it'll come here to Van White. Back to Whitney, up near the timeline. Starts right against Zach Booth. Still working dribble. It'll go off to Kingland. Kingland to the free throw circle. Back out to Urbanez. Shot clock 5. Urbanez loses it on the floor. Picked up by Blake Erkey. Long cross court. Bad pass by Blake. Wanted to get it to Moose. Stolen away.
Right, nothing there.
Yeah, I don't know what the advantage would have been. Carver Bagley gets it off the loose ball up on top. Coach trying to get his team to get some fire in their belly out here. Carver Bagley, 3 more. You got a guy that's feeling it right now. Somebody's going to have to figure this one out.
Yeah, the junior out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, taking this game over.
Brandon Spray kicks it out to Lutz. Right back to Brandon on the right baseline. Long cross court. Up on top to Erkey. Matt Kerner working on the right baseline. Into the lane. Pull up a little 8-footer. In and out. No. Erkey trying to keep the possession alive. Couldn't quite get it. The back hit will come with Urbanus. And we're going to get a timeout here by Bethel. 3:40 to go in the opening half. Let's take that 30-second break. We'll come right back. Pointers basketball on WPCN. All right, 3:40 to go here in the opening half. With Stevens Point shooting very poorly and trailing in this ballgame by 4.
Scotty playing against a slightly smaller, quicker team. Seems that our shots are just set up a little bit. We're playing a tad too quick offensively.
Ball tipped away, picked up by Bublin. Takes it into the lane against Carver Bagley. Couldn't hit the shot.
Yeah, I think
Rebound to Whitney.
I think there might have been a foul, no call.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, for whatever reason, Ethan doesn't seem to get any kind of calls. Carver Bagley over to Whitney, back to Carver Bagley, off the mark this time, but the rebound goes to the corner to Urbanus. Well, you got one miss and you didn't take advantage. Now you get another miss inside and a foul.
Like Erkey, they're going to get it on. That'll be his second. So he'll take a seat, I would assume, with 3:07 to go.
Well, he's going to have to.
Boy, you finally get Bagley to miss the shot, and then wouldn't you know it, careens to the right corner.
Van White will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair here. Royals already up by 4, and his first makes it a 5-point ball game.
That was his first mate of the year, Scott. He came in just 0 for 3. Well, you're down 5.
Brady Wagner will spell Blake Erkey here. And back in will come Noah Whalen for Bethel. 5-point ball game. I guess in some ways you're lucky to only be down by 5, but not what we were hoping for. Second free throw, and it's a 6-point ball game.
A very sloppy basketball game so far.
26-20 Bethel.
You got to give the opponent credit for that, Scotty.
Brady Wagner crossed away to Spray, back over to Kerner. Matt to the right baseline, gives it up to Wagner. Thought about taking one, but didn't load it up to Spray. Zach Boots on the left side into the hands of Ethan, drives it into the lane, down the lane, off the glass, underlaid, tipped out of bounds. It'll be Bethel ball. A lot of contact again on the shot without a whistle.
They're into the body, even with the hands down below, but we're not getting that call today.
So it'll come back up with Urbanus. Long cross court, Carver Bagley, back up on top. It'll go to Whalen. Whalen got by Brady Wagner, takes him down the lane and scores the layup. Well, that was too easy. Down by 8 now.
You know, they're just putting their heads down, going to the rim, and we just haven't stepped in front to take a charge yet.
Yep. Wagner, left side Spray. Into the right corner, it'll go to Ethan Bublin. Stop. Gives it to Kerner, back to Ethan, a deep 3. It won't go again. Urbanus, 28-20, 2:02 to go here. Urbanus into the corner. A triple is hit this time by Whalen, and you're in trouble. That's the fact. You're just not playing good basketball whatsoever.
And he's a good shooter from out there, Scotty. 59%.
Down 11 now, and looking like you have no idea what's going on. Brandon Spray back over to Zach Luke. Luke's on top to Ethan Bublitz. Attacks off the wing. Can't hit it. Rebound pulled down this time by Kingland. Boy,
He's very frustrated. We're talking about Ethan Boogless. He just can't get a call.
bad pass going away by Ethan. This time uncontested, he will score.
Well, you're down 9. See if they can do something in this last minute and 11 seconds.
It'll come up with Urbanus. Up on top to Carver Bagley, and a blocking foul going to be whistled on Ethan Boogless.
Well, don't disagree with that. He just didn't get to the spot in time. That's his second now. So you got your two best players, your two leaders on the bench, both with 2. If things couldn't be any worse, right? You're down 9, and your 2 best players sitting with 2 fouls each.
Back in will come Whitney.
New 20 on the shot clock for the Royals.
Well, you were right there, and then you missed a bunch more.
You were down 1.
And you allowed Bethel to run out to an 11-point lead.
You've been outscored 10-4 the last couple minutes.
So, the Royals with the basketball. Urbanus heads right with the dribble against Garrett Nelson off the high screen. Stops near the top of the circle. Comes back to the right side. Still working against Garrett. Picks up outside Whalen off the mark. Rebound to the corner. Who got there? Garrett Nelson. That's where the quick guy got to the corner rebound. Garrett will bring it across the timeline. You need a basket here. Brandon Spray, we're down to 40 seconds to go. Brady Wagner from way out misfires on that one. That was way too long.
Yeah, they're going to use most of the rest of this clock. It's about a 4-second difference.
Urbanus up on top. Kingland over to the right side. Gets it right back. Kingland into the lane, down the lane. Sends it out on the left wing here to Whitney. About 5 seconds between game and shot clock right now. Whitney, Kingland off the high screen. Got by Spray. Pulls up for a 3. Way short rebound. Boot. Back across the timeline. Gives it off to Garrett Nelson. And fouled with 1.5 to go.
And there'll be opponents. You got a chance to get a couple as this half ends.
Got to make the free throws, though. Garrett Nelson looking for his first free throw of the night. The Rock and Roll Cafe opens 7 days a week with extended hours, Thursday through Saturday. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Garrett just a 50% free throw shooter on this young season. Last year he was up in the high 70s.
Hasn't had too many opportunities. First of hopefully 2 is good. 31-23.
I got a chance to score the last 4 here, assuming something drastic doesn't happen in the last 1.5 seconds.
Yeah. Second one by Garrett is also good. Now just play some defense for 1.5 seconds. They will throw it 3/4 court. That won't go, and we get to the locker room and hope that the shooting eye comes back out of the locker room with you for the start of the second half. We are at the half, and it is Bethel 31, Stevens Point 24. On your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard. Enjoy a sandwich. Your favorite libation at the final score, where Long Island Saturdays turn into Bloody Sunday. Back in 1 minute, UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WTCS.
If you're
All right, it is halftime, and Stevens Point down by 7 here at the half. 31-24 to the Bethel Royals, who come in here with a 5-2 record and looking maybe even better than that at the moment. They are shooting a little bit better than Stevens Point. and that's a major factor. You're shooting 30%, and you don't win college basketball doing that too often anyway.
And not only are they shooting better, Scotty, but they're getting better shots. The other thing they're able to do is break us down defensively. Their guards are finding room through the gaps. They've got it spread. They're offensively, they're running some ball screens in the neighborhood of the free throw line and lane and screening and double screening, and they're getting guys free to go down the lane, and so they're getting better shots. They've been able to get their lead because they've got some buckets around the basket, which we just haven't been able to find. Looking at their roster, it's almost amazing. They have 7 seniors and 9 juniors. They have one player on their roster listed as a freshman or sophomore. And the reason I bring that up is you're playing a very experienced team that's been on the floor, a whole lot apparently. And they're playing like it. They're playing like the more experienced team right now. And we just seem a little bit disorganized, not sure what we want to do exactly, where shots are going to come from. And defensively, we really got to talk about on-ball assignments and then help defense, because we can't let guys consistently get all the way to the rim.
No, I agree. And when we did get to the rim, couldn't finish. I think Ethan, I'll call him missed. I don't know. There was some contact, but no whistles, so you didn't get any calls. But at least 3 times he got right to the rim and missed all 3. And Brandon Spray got in deep and missed what I would have thought, quite honestly, could have been a dunk. But he elected to kind of finger roll it up there and rolled it off the rim. It's those kind of things. I mean, if you get 2 of those, 4 more points, you're at a 3-point deficit.
Yeah,
and it looks a little different.
You're just down 7, but you certainly haven't played well on either end. And I know a lot of times playing well offensively means finishing your effort with a shot that goes to the basket. All those shots we were talking about had gone through, we'd be talking about what a great offensive effort this is. Sometimes, you're only good offensively as you are when you shoot, and we've been horrible. If the opposite is true, then we've been pretty horrible, because we're just 10 of 33 in this first half.
Yeah. Well, both teams have 2 players, 2 starters, with 2 personal fouls. For Stevens Point, it happens to be Ethan Bublitz and Blake Erkey. For Bethel, it is Jack Jensen and Jamal Davis. So I guess that kind of evened out that way. So it's not a factor one way or the other, as long as everybody stays in control and finishes out the game, right?
Except our 2 are both our leading scorers and rebounders. So when you put Ethan and Blake on the bench, you're getting rid of 30 or 31 points.
Yeah.
And
maybe they've had to try to do too much already here today, because quite honestly, if you think about it, the other 3 guys on the floor at any given time are kind of standing around, catch a pass, get rid of it. There's not a lot of continuity to the offense.
No, not at all.
All right, the Pointers are down 31-24. We'll have trivia coming your way in a little bit. And, of course, we'll get all the stats, which we will get to in 1 minute. Mr. John Zelmer will bring you all the numbers from half number 1. We'll be right back. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard shows Bethel 31, Stevens Point 24. Watch your favorite teams. Enjoy the daily food and drink specials at the final score, second of Maria Stevens Point. Back in a minute, Pointers basketball on WPCN.
Are you
Seven at the half, the Bethel 31-24. And let's get all the stats from half number 1. Stats are brought to you by Kerber Rose, certified public accountant, formerly Ligman and Willie, your strategic business advisor and accountant at Stevens Point, John Zelmer, with numbers.
Thanks, Scotty. For the visitors tonight, the Royals from Bethel University, 12 of 26 in the first half from the field, 46%, 5 of 17 from behind the arc, that's 29%. And they've made both of their free throws. 20 rebounds so far in this game for the Royals. That's 2 more than our pointers. 4 of those were on the offensive end. They have 6 assists to go with their 7 turnovers, 3 steals, and no block shots. For our pointers in the first half, just 10 of 33. 7 more shots, but only made 10, 30%. 1 of 13, 7% from the three-point line. That's Wisconsin Badger kind of shooting, although, boy, 1 of 13. Free throws, just 3 of 5, 60%. We did have the 18 boards in the first half. 8 of those were on the offensive end, so we weren't able to turn second chance opportunities into points as well. Just 3 assists, Scotty. That shows you how poorly the offense is working. 4 turnovers, 5 steals, and a block shot. The biggest scoring run of the first half was the Royals. The game was 21-20 when they went on a 10-0 run, scooted it up to 31-20. We hit the last 4 to trail by 7. Bench scoring is the biggest statistic you see. We've been outscored from the bench 18-4, and of course Isaiah Carver-Bagley is off the bench for the Royals. He's had 11.
That's not good. Not
He's
for us.
pretty good.
I've been pretty impressed.
Yeah, no.
Quick.
Yep.
He has made it difficult on Stevens Point, to say the least, here in the opening half. So
Yeah, he's 4 of 7 from the floor, and he's hit 3 of 4 from three-point shots. So he's the one guy on the floor that's really been able to find the range.
yeah, if we could figure out a way to slow him down, maybe you can get this thing turned around. Hopefully,
We got to protect our lane a little bit better. You got to be better individually on your assignment. I know they're running the ball screens that you got to get around and through, but at this level, you should be able to communicate well enough to do some of that. The problem is when we have tried to slide into the gap to stop the lane, they've done a good job of kicking the ball back out to the perimeter, whether that be the corner or the wing, and they've hit some threes on you that way. So I think a lot of our offensive, our halftime talk in there is going to be about defense, because we really haven't stopped the ball very well at all. They're really running their offense extremely well. If they heat up a little bit better shooting-wise, we could be in some real trouble.
I would agree. Scoring in the opening half for the Bethel Royals, as John mentioned, they are led right now by Isaiah Carver-Bagley, who has 11 off the bench. 6 for Jack Jensen. You have 5 points for Noah Whalen, 3 points for Hudson Urbanus, 2 apiece for Jack Van White, Jamal Davis, and Drew Wazia. For Stevens Point, it is Ethan Bublitz and Blake Erkey, each with 8. Brandon Frey and Garrett Nelson, each with 4. And Stevens Point, right now, down by 7 here at the half. Other games at the moment, Eau Claire and Lawrence at half. Eau Claire with a 2-point lead, 36-34. And I don't know that this one ever reset, so we'll wait and see for a moment if we get anything new. Nope, not on that one. And we had a 6-5 score in favor of Ripon a little while ago over Lacrosse, but that seems to be stuck.
Did you have a Badger score there, Scotty?
Yeah, they were down by 5.
Yeah, they're down 61-56, 2:51 to go. That's out at Rutgers, and Badger fans are quite aware that Rutgers has been a house of horrors for Wisconsin Badger teams going as far back as a really good team. That's a tough place to play.
Yeah. 31-24. Let's take a 30-second break. When we come back, we have a trivia question. Your chance to win a couple of great pizzas from Fortessi Frozen Pizza and Cheese Fries. That'll come up in 30 seconds. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCS.
Everyone is always looking for
Down at the Quandt as the Pointers trail by 7 here at the half to Bethel. And I can update you, Lacrosse does lead Ripon 31-18. They're still in the opening half of their game. But right now, more important things, and that is a chance to win a couple of pizzas. Yep. Trivia brought to you by Fortessi Frozen Pizza and Cheese Fries. There are many pizzas. There's only one Fortessi. Phone number to call is 342-1010. 342-1010. First person to give Allie the correct answer gets a couple of pizzas from Fortessi. Mr. Helmer has the next question.
That I do, Scotty. As you are well aware, the Pointers have won their first 6 games of this season. And the question tonight is, in recent history, and by that I mean since 1996, we're going to make it easy for you. We're not going to go back to 1900. But since the 96-97 season, which season did we start the season with the most consecutive wins? So you need to name how many wins that was and which season it was. Of course, right now we're in the 2019-2020 season. So once again, the question is, since 96, what was the most wins a team started a season with, and what season was that? Is that clear enough?
I think so.
All right.
31-24. Stevens Point down here at the half. Both teams back out trying to get warmed up. And unless the shooting improves, you probably don't stand a chance. But defense can do wonders, so we'll see if the Pointers can dig deep and come back and remain undefeated, heading out on the road again on Saturday over to Ripon College. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Stevens Point down 31-24. Plenty of 4 after game get-togethers. That's the final score, second of Maria Stevens Point. All right, we expect that we'll see the same starting 5 for Stevens Point. Ethan Bublin, Brandon Cray, Blake Gerke, Aaron Canez, and Matt Kerner. And for Bethel, I don't know. Do you slide Isaiah Carver-Bagley in there or bring him off the bench again? He leads everybody with 11 points, all coming off the bench when he did get in there. So I guess we'll leave it up to Coach Novak and see what he comes up with.
Yep, that's fact. You know, this is a game, Sky, with you really need to have your defense lead your offense. If it's poor on both ends of the floor, and you got to give a lot of that credit to Bethel. You know, they're smaller, but they're quicker, and they're putting a lot of pressure on our team by using that quickness. They're getting around us, and they're really doing a good job of helping out, not letting us into the lane, not letting us in through gaps. They're a mature team because there are a lot of seniors and juniors. So where you really want your team to come out in this half is do it on the defensive end. We need to play a lot better on-ball defense. See if we get some stops and some steals and get some open floor baskets off of those steals and see if defense can lead your offense.
Well, the biggest lead for Bethel, 11. The biggest lead for Stevens Point, as John told you before, 3. Let's see if we can improve on that somehow. As long as you lead at the end by 1, I guess I'll take either way.
That's all that matters, right? But we probably needed that halftime. A lot of times you wish halftime wouldn't come. This is one that we desperately needed. I thought we got a chance to sort of refocus, regroup.
It will be the same starting 5 for Bethel. Jensen, Urbanus, England, Van White, and Davis. It is the starters for Stevens Point as well. That's Stevens Point. We'll have to play defense first. Bethel will get the basketball. See if we can get a stop right away. Get something rolling here.
Well, you're down just 7, you know, in basketball, that's really nothing. You'd rather be up 7, obviously, but you can absorb a 7-point deficit in a hurry.
Davis will bring it into the front court, and we're underway. Almost lost it right away, or Manus kind of tripped, and managed to shovel the pass over, or it would have been a turnover. Kingland up on top. 6 steps goes off to Davis. Davis back over. Kingland right wing. Drops it in on the baseline to Davis. Davis against Spray. Works out to the right elbow. Sends it out to Kingland against Erke. Back over or into the lane. Down the lane, Jensen. Tries to throw it to the wing. Fadeaway jumper. Air mails. Stevens Point comes up with it. Bublitz into the front court. Good defense there. Ethan Leaves it off for Spray. Fakes the shot down the left of the lane. Takes it right inside and missed the money. Got his own board and scored.
Well, exactly what you wanted coming out of the locker room. A great defensive effort. You come back and get money inside.
31-26. Jensen stops, throws it over to Davis. Davis against Spray, trying to take Brandon down deep. He did. Then kick to the corner, wide open, 3-ball airmailed. Turkey with a rebound. Took it right away from Van White. On ahead to Aaron Quandt. Stops, goes out to Blake, takes the triple, off the rim, no, and the rebound goes into the hands of Kingland. That would have been nice if he hit that one, but would have, could have, should have.
Not a shot you needed, though.
Kingland down the lane, kick out. They had an open shot, pass it up. Davis, he misses. Rebound, Stephen Point. Here comes Bublin. Chance to get a little closer. Ethan on the right wing. Works dribble, drops it into Erkey. Right side, spin move, tried to get in. Little lean in. What are we going to get? A travel or a foul?
I think we're going to get a push for
foul.
Yeah. The travel came after the push. Of course, giving up a lot of sides, talking about Hudson or Bainham. And has to play that way, has to play strong.
Precision Cellular and Sound, your home entertainment headquarters. They're at 87 Sunset Boulevard, Park Ridge, right next to Walgreens.
They substitute that out guy. They're going to bring a bigger player to go against Blake.
In deep, it'll go to Brandon Spray. Sends it back out to Bublin. Ethan works right side against Kingland, down to the baseline, pulls up for the jumper. That's not going to go. Blake Erkey with a rebound off the backside. It'll go to Spray. Carver Bagley is in, as John mentioned, the substitution. Over to the right side to Kerner. We've got to get Matt going here. Bublitz has to poke away and out of bounds. It'll be Stevens Point basketball. Not enough shot clock. Van White.
See if we get something inside. You know, if Brandon was real deep on that last possession, I don't think he realized just how close to the basket he was.
And a smaller guy.
Yeah.
Aaron Quandt to the right elbow, pulls up from 15, got his first 2 of the game.
Well, a couple dribbles to his left, hit the free throw.
31-28 pointer.
Haven't been this close for a while.
Davis into the front court, sends it back to Jensen. What is trying to rally back. Van White into the left corner to Carver Bagley. Back up on top to Jensen. Now here's, of course, his man defense. Left corner pass. Davis runs the baseline. Bounces it back. Up on top, it'll go to Carver Bagley. They clear it out. He takes it down the lane off the glass and scores.
Tough shot. Matt Kerner came with his 6'8" outstretched arm. But Bagley was able to get that high off the glass with his left hand.
33-28. 17:06. Turkey into the hands of Aaron Quandt to the free throw lane. Down the lane, left-hander, missed it, foul.
Well, I like the attack of the rim so far in this half. We're not settling for that early three.
Going to get a couple foul shots here. Carver Bagley with his second. Second on the Royals here. Aaron Quandt gets a couple of free ones coming up. Partners Pub, Stevens Point's birthday headquarters, open 365 days a year. Great food, drinks, entertainment, and company.
Aaron, free throw good. You know, Bagley, 57% shooter from the field this year. Scott, he's 48% from the three-point line. I might just give him the ball every time. We haven't had an answer for him yet.
No, we haven't. He's quick, 6'4", and he gets up off the floor.
Yeah, very creative as well, and he's got the inside-outside ability.
Davis into the front court. Pointers down 3 right now.
Boy, they're really spread right now.
Jensen left, Carver Bagley working against Ethan. Tipped away by Spray, but gained back by Kingland, pardon me. Why am I having so much trouble with that name? Kingland goes left side. Davis runs baseline. Ball tipped away, picked up by Brandon Spray. Still started up the floor himself. Gives it off left wing, Quandt. Quandt to the arc. Stops it up, goes off the Spray, right side. Erkey, and now he has it stolen away by Jensen. Just showed the basketball, and Jensen took it. Back to Davis at the other end now. In the left corner, back outside, 20 on the shot clock. Across the way, it'll go to Carver Bagley. Working against Darren, down the right side of the lane, into the lane, kicks to the corner. Kingland got a 3. Well, first basket of the game.
The senior, he's their leading scorer at 14-9 a game, and he shoots 31% on the year from out there.
36-30.
That's a big shot for them after our turnover.
Spray over to Quandt. Down to the right baseline, pulls up for the jumper, missed it. Backside rebound, Brandon Spray. Ethan, Kerner, right side, Knez, corner, Herky, no. Rebound, Davis.
Blake struggling in this pass, Scotty.
Not what we are accustomed to, but let's send it Bethel. Yep. Davis brings it up. You worked your way back within 3, and now they are going to go back up by 8.
Yeah, Brandon Spray got caught to the basket.
Just a cut down the lane, and boy, doesn't take much to ball behind again, doesn't it?
You're down 7.5, now you're down 8.
It'll go off on the left side to Brandon Spray. Takes Kingland to the baseline, got caught. Needs help, bounces it off to Kerner. Ethan Bublitz stops. Herky wanted to go right back in over to Spray. He'll take the 3 off the rim. Herky tips it up, no. Rebound, Van White.
How many of those just don't want to go in the hole either?
Jensen brings it back. Over it'll go to Davis. Pointers struggling here on the home floor. Jensen in the right corner. Outside Kingland down the left of the lane against Herky. Holds dribble. Inside the little jump hook, and it's a 10-point ball game.
Well, they're just isolating position. Gave it to their leading scorer. Got it over Blake.
So Herky on the wing. If you could just make some shots. But you can't right now. Bad pass, but luckily it got through to Bublitz, pardon me. Kerner in the right corner. Matty into the lane, pull-up jumper, missed that one. Spray kept it alive, but tipped back out to Bethel.
Yeah, can't get Matt going tonight either.
With the lack of enthusiasm here in the field house.
They're just
everybody's dead. Bench is dead. We haven't seen the bench this dead in a long time. Backdoor cut, and Jensen missed the bunny. Wow. Oh, you got lucky there.
Yeah, Arrington has completely lost his assignment.
Knez up to Kerner. Left side, it'll go to Bublitz. Players look like they're feeling it right now, meaning feeling the pressure. Herky on the left block. Spin move, and he got the bank shot.
Well, you can't just keep exchanging baskets at this point. You're going to have to get some stops.
40-32. Jensen. They send it over to Davis.
I mean, they're really spreading the floor. They're giving themselves lots of room to work, and their quickness is beating us.
Van White at the arc. Over to Davis on the wing. Drops it into the corner to Jensen. Stevens Point. Down by 8. Kickling down the lane. Missed the shot, but there's Van White with the putback. Didn't box out.
Yeah, once again, we get beat off the dribble without any help.
Wow, this is a pretty ugly performance.
If you can't defend your man one-on-one without even a screen, then you're not going to win a game.
Knez, Bublitz wants 3, no. Rebounded by Kingland.
And it's just one and done for the Pointers tonight. No second chance opportunity.
Yep. Jensen into the front court. Not looking good, but we said that against Wilmington too. So see what happens. Although we were shooting better, another backdoor cut.
It's just back-cutting. That's
horrible defense. Easy lay-in. Wow, this one's getting out of control now.
They're just spreading and cutting. It's nothing particularly sophisticated, but it sure looks good because we're not defending it at all.
12:09 to go. Bethel running out to a 12-point lead right here. So we will take a 30-second timeout. 12:09 to go. Let's take that break. Coming back, this is Pointers basketball on WPTN.
Sprains.
To go in the basketball game, and Bethel out to a 12-point lead, 44-32 over Stevens Point.
That last 2 baskets, Scotty, came from back that started above the free throw line. When they got the ball, they were wide open. Without sounding too critical, that is simply horrible defense.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a lack of effort right now. Herky off on the wing, it'll go to Knez. Or at least that's the way I see it. In on the right block, Brandon Spray got caught deep inside out to Knez. Knez from 14 got it. Well, Aaron had 6 points here in the second half.
Down 10.
Have to start whittling it away. Jensen out to the right corner. Kingland back to the lane. It's for a cutter. Another one. Jensen goes right down the baseline and scores.
And once again, it was Aaron Knez. I don't want to pick on Aaron, but that's 3 back cuts that he hasn't defended.
That's just, wow, it's bad. Let's just put it that way. Knez with it on the wing, into the lane, down the lane, missed the layup. Rebound to Carver Bagley. It was an easy layup, and he missed it. 46-34, Jensen down the left of the lane. Right by Knez and scored it again.
He's going to have to come out, Scotty.
Yeah, he's got to get out of the game.
Right now, he's murdered. He just can't guard anymore.
48-34. He has no chance to keep up with Jensen for whatever reason, and they know it. Yeah. Bublitz to the free throw line, over to the left side to Knez. Free throw line extended. We want to get Zach Boots in there. Aaron back out to Bublitz. Bublitz tried to get by Kingland and turned the ball over. He did. They ran into him, lost the dribble.
We're just playing getting beat here, and badly.
Well, as good as we had played for 6 games for the most part, we're equally as bad here tonight.
This would be what you call a stinker.
And that's the other back there now, underneath and kicked out of bounds.
You know, you've got to know where the ball and your man is. And right now, we're kind of watching the ball, and you only have to put 2 eyes on the ball, and you get back cut, and you never catch back up.
We got immediate timeout here?
Yep.
Or did somebody call a timeout?
I'm not sure.
Either way, we've got a timeout. We do have a trivia winner, by the way. Ray Kayer of Stevens Point figured out the trivia answer. John Zelmer?
Well, it was the 2013 and 2014 Pointer team that started the season with 20 victories before they lost. You might have thought it was the 4 or 5 national championship team, but it wasn't. It was 2013.
And, of course, if you keep shooting 30%, which is where you're at right now, you're not going to win a basketball game.
Now, and when you give up 61% on the other end, as we have in this half of 13, you're not going to win either. So just getting beat soundly right now. There's no other way to describe it.
Yep, you have those games, I guess, is what coaches say, and it's unfortunate if you do it on your home floor, or at least in my opinion.
Well, they've done a good job. There's no help. It's so spread, and they're keeping their one post player, Scotty, essentially down on the baseline. So there's just no help anywhere for Cap, and they're spreading it, and they're quicker, and they're going by us on the dribble, and then when we do stop the ball, they're just back cutting from the opposite side. And so you're just plain getting beat on back cuts.
Still vicious. I mean, that hurt your head, you know.
It doesn't look good on film the next day.
It's not going to. All right, Ethan Bublitz into the front court. Needless to say, plenty of time to come back, but as poorly as you're playing, I'm not sure you're going to be able to. Zach Boots off the right wing. Takes it to the right elbow underneath to a wide-open Blake Hershey for 2.
Well, but now can we get one of those ever-popular stops?
48-36. Stevens Point trails. Davis over the top of the circle, down the left of the lane, kicks it back out. Van White finds Davis, tipped by Brandon, couldn't quite come up with it. Carver Bagley got by his man, down the right side of the lane, back out, left corner, open, off the mark, rebound, Bublitz. Boy, he was fouled on that rebound. He got hammered on that rebound.
That took a while to get the whistle. Got body on the way up. Better late than never, I guess.
He got displaced by about 4 or 5 feet.
He did. That was a long rebound coming off the missed 3. And while the ball was in the air, he got hammered pretty good.
Garrett Nelson is going to replace Ethan right now.
Well, the good news is with 9:33 to go is we haven't added any more fouls to play for Ethan. But, boy, this half is going quickly.
Yeah. All right, Brandon Spray goes left side to Matt Kerner. Tips it up on top to Nelson. Garrett looking into the post to Erkey, but there's nothing available. Back around the horn, it'll go to Booth. Off the Brandon Spray screen, finds Nelson, right corner, It'll go to Kerner, and then a foul in the post on Urban.
You know, they're playing quick with quick. Blake Herkey, obviously a 6'5", very quick post player. Urbanus is just 6'1", the senior. And they're just using quick against quick.
9:11 to go in the ball game. Still down by a dozen as Stevens Point. Herkey off the inbound. Moves up on top. That gets heated up. Sometimes that can get you going. To a cutting Garrett Nelson. Out to Kerner. Max 3. Nope. Rebound spray over the top. Out it'll go to Moose. Big rebound for Brandon. Showed his athleticism there. Herkey on the right baseline. Sends it out to Moose. Left side to Garrett. Shot clock 10. Moose off the screen. Nothing available. Still works dribble to the free throw lane. Jump stop out to Garrett. Got a step down the lane. Goes up. Blocked away by Davis.
Good defensive play. Very patient. Just waited for it.
Got the cross court up. It'll go left, right wing to Whalen. Back up to Davis. Urbanus got by Garrett Nelson. Down to the baseline. Back out to Davis. They'll get it into the hands, that time, of Kingland. Urbanus, Whalen, three.
And he's a shooter. You mentioned he's over 55% on the year. So some guys you just can't help off of it. And he would be one of them, Whalen.
Well, you got into the top 25, you're going to be right back out of it. Well, maybe not out, but you're going to get dinged pretty good here tonight by the looks of it. Garrett Nelson
on your home floor, Scott.
Yeah, Blake Herkey to a cutting Garrett Nelson for a layup. That was a nice play.
Well, you don't have time to make many mistakes now, down 13-7:50 to go.
That's about right. 51-38. How's that clock going so quickly here tonight? Kingland. Left corner, it'll go there to Davis. Kingland down to the right of the lane against Blake. Backing his way in, spin move. Oh, Herkey had all ball up there.
Yeah, it was.
That's just a bad call. Blake's not happy, and I don't blame him. You could see it clear as day from our angle. You could hear Blake was right on top of the basketball.
Yeah, and you could hear it clear as day, too. There was no slap, that was ball. But they missed some of them.
Yeah, it's a shame, but that will go on Blake Herkey.
It'll be a shooting foul, too.
We will get a timeout called here. 7:34 to go. Timeout. Let's take a minute. We'll come right back. Pointers basketball on WPCN.
Are you kidding me?
$7:34 to go in this one. Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard shows Bethel 51, Stevens Point 38. Enjoy a sandwich, your favorite libation at the final score, where Long Island Saturdays turn into Bloody Sundays.
And now you put a 91% free throw shooter on the line to shoot, too.
Well, you held them scoreless in the first half, Kingland, that is. He already has 7 here in the second half. And make it 8.
Well, it's been a good team effort by the Royals. They have clearly outplayed us to this juncture.
Ethan Bublitz has not gotten to the free throw line tonight. That tells you a little bit. And he made them both. Now back down by 15. That is the biggest lead of the ball game. Bublitz attacks off the wing, comes up short. He didn't like it, but he's not going to get a call tonight either, is he? No, I don't understand that. There's a lot of contact there. Whalen up on top to Kingland against Spray. Looks for the backdoor cut. This time the Pointers actually covered it up. That's got to be 5 seconds. It is.
Oh, they're going to get a timeout. Yep. That came from the bench.
Yeah.
Coach Doug Novak took that timeout.
So we'll stay right here. 53-38, 7:07 to go. Eau Claire has started to pull away from Lawrence now, leading 53-39. Last we saw, Ripon was down 10 over at Lacrosse. And, of course, ours here is a 15-point deficit for Stevens Point. Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education, helps bring the game to you. Well, some work to do. We'll be back on the road Saturday over at Ripon.
And I don't see that we have the ability to press this team. You know, at some point we could go full court, but they're the better ball handling team, Scotty, and I don't know that you'd find much success in that, but at some point you got to change to down 15.
Well, and if you can't shoot and you're having one of those nights nobody's putting the ball in the basket, that's going to make it an awful tough task.
We average, 71 a game, and we're at 38 points.
Davis quickly to the lane, kick out. Whalen over to Kingland against Blake into the lane, down the lane, fadeaway jumper, got it again.
Boy, he's getting rolling now, isn't he? And here's the other good, you know, they're playing a beautiful game. Let's face it, they've got the ball in the hands of their scorers who are performing.
Yep. Movement out to Nelson, stops at the left elbow, back out to Spray over to the right side. Ethan working here on Jensen, drops it into Blake Herkey. Herkey into the lane, takes a tough shot, it won't go. Contact was nothing, but he was kind of falling over.
He was totally out of control. That was a good no call.
He gave it right to the front court, tried to force. Over to the left side, Jensen to the high post, it'll go there, and stolen away by Brandon Spray.
Well, then Mike stole a little too much basketball, and Brandon was able to tie him up. But our opponent right now, more than the Royals, is the clock.
Yeah.
They're down 17 and have showed no consistent ability to play well on either end tonight.
Garrett Nelson into the hands of Berkey on top, over to the right side. Send it back to Garrett. Stevens Point just can't get inside and score, and they haven't hit a shot outside yet. What, 1-3? Now that's way too much contact without a miss. I don't get that. Movement scored it, but there is just way too much contact. It'll go out to Jensen, over to the right wing. Back up on top, left wing it'll go here, Carver Bagley. Kingland, who again was that one a bad pass stolen away by Garrett Nelson. We have scoreless in the first half, putting on a show here in the second. Garrett across the way, Herkey fakes the three, into the lane, down the lane, fouled by Davis.
No doubt about that one. Blake will get 2. Got to make everything now, Scotty. Yeah. Down 15, you could make these. You'd be down 13. It's still certainly doable.
Yeah, I mean, it is not an impossibility.
Well,
it's going to be tough.
We may remember we're 19 down against Wilmington in the second half. And
2 free ones for Blake Herkey. The first is not good. Hilltop Pub and Grill from burgers and fish fries to steak, salads, and wraps for a great meal with outstanding service. Hilltop Pub and Grill, Main Street, Stevens Point, 0 for 2 from the strike.
68% on the year.
And 0 for 3 from the strike. Now, one of those games, I guess. 55-40.
There's a full moon, right?
Yeah. Davis over to the right wing. Up and over the left side, Carver back. They just run their offense well. The Warriors have not, plus they have not shot the ball well when they have gotten a look. Jensen against Nelson, right down the lane, in and out, no rebound Spray. Well, if you get him to miss the rest of the game, you might have a chance. It'll go over high right to Bublitz, off to Brandon, down the lane, he attacks, lays it up and in.
I'd like to see more of that out of Brandon. He got that. There was no doubt in his mind he was going to the hole.
55-42. Yeah, if you can get him to do that on a consistent basis.
That kind of aggressiveness we don't see enough.
Davis into the front court over the top of the circle. Kicks it out to Kingland, to Jensen, right back to Kingland. Takes Herkey down the left of the lane. Brings the dribble back high. They'll use a little clock. That's why not. Yeah, smart players. Carver Bagley, left side Jensen. Jensen into the lane. Ball stolen away by Zach Booth. Booth will bring it up. 1-on-2, and he makes a bad pass and turns it over.
Yeah, it turned it to be 1 and 3. Maybe that was just hoping that Blake would get there.
And Bethel's going to take a timeout.
Why not?
He didn't want to go all the way to the rim, then why not just pull it out and wait for your teammate?
Lots of mistakes today.
Yep. Timeout, Bethel, 4:01 to go. You're in trouble if you're thinking that you're going to come back and win this one. Let's take a 30-second break. We're coming back. Winners basketball on WPCS. On your final sports bar and grill scoreboard.
Well, the pointers just 18 of 54 this evening. That's 33%. 1 of 17 from behind the three-point line. You're not going to win too many games shooting that way, Scotty. On the other side of the ledger, show you how well they're running their offense. 22 of 43 for the Royals. That's 51%.
So you've had 11 more shots than the opposition, and you're down by 13. That's a sign.
6 fewer threes and 4 fewer field goals. So you've been outplayed completely.
Jensen, bounce pass underneath, went straight out of bounds. Wanted to hit Carver Bagley. That'll come back to Stevens Point.
That was there. Just sort of fumbled it as the ball got to him.
If somebody could hit a three and maybe get the lid off, you'd have a little bit better chance. Garrett goes baseline. Nothing available. Out to Erke for three. No. Deep rebound. It is going to be saved by Bethel. Oh, that's a good hustle by Jensen.
Now just, what is that, 1 of 18.
Yep. That's not very good, by the way. Carver Bagley knocking over Ethan Bublik with a block.
And it was. They got there just a half a slide too late. All right, how quick this has been the difference. They've just been quicker on both ends.
And White right back to Jensen. Well, you're going to see this throughout the year. A lot of the teams in our league, there's a reaching foul on Ethan.
Yep. They had to help because yet another defender, this time Garrett Nelson, leads from the top off the dribble.
Our exterior defense has been as weak as we have seen, I think.
Well, I'll tell you, when you can't defend your man straight up and you get beat, then the defense is in real trouble. You know, it's one thing if they're running you off of screens and those kinds of cuts and things, but we're getting beat, you know, one-on-one just out on the floor.
Yeah. 57-42, 3:17 to go, sorry, but this one's going in the L column. Over to Bublik. With the spray, he didn't take the three from the corners. And now a reaching foul on Jensen, who didn't like the call, but that was pretty obvious.
Not a shooting foul either. That'll be their sixth. Yeah, when you're down 13, Scotty, that was a three that you needed to catch and shoot.
Paper City Savings, proud supporter of our community with locations in Plover, Wisconsin, Rapids, and Nakusa. Yeah, I mean, that you have to take that one somehow, some way. Bublik wants a three. He didn't get it to go. Rebound, Bethel. And they'll walk it up. We're inside 3 minutes, so you're going to be 6-1 coming out of this one and have looked pretty bad, quite honestly. Pick wins, it'll go to Carver Bagley. Carver Bagley drives it into the lane, down the lane, over space, scores.
You know, Brandon waited for him to get there, too, instead of going out on the floor and challenging him sooner. Just shows how out of sync we are.
Bublik, left corner, smooth, back to Ethan, and we're going to get a foul.
There will be Ethan going to the foul line finally, where he has been 39 times, but not tonight. 35 of 39 from the free throw line.
Be a 1-and-1, I do believe. Oh, they call that a flop?
No, there's on the previous possession.
Oh.
Calling that on Ethan. because I thought he said 4 white was flop.
First free throw for Bublitz. Crawls over the front of the rim and goes through. 11 points for Ethan. Averages 20.5, so obviously far below his average.
A lot of opportunities in the first half that he just didn't get finished. We thought there was a lot of contact on any number of those, but one thing in college basketball, you got to finish with contact, right?
That's what they say. Davis will walk it up. Pointers are down 15. For the first time this year. Jensen against Nelson. They'll go to Kingland.
The Royals literally don't have to shoot, Scotty. They can just run 30 each time and the game is over.
That is correct. They'll work it down on the baseline. Carver Bagley, kick out, open. Kingland, 3.
Well, there's an exclamation mark on their game.
18-point lead. Bublitz down the lane. No, but a foul on Davis.
Trying to figure out how that play was any different than many we've seen tonight, but don't get me wrong, that's not the cause of the score.
Not entirely, anyway. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust. Ethan's good on that one.
Well, we're going to have an opportunity now come back after a loss, a new experience this year. We were able to pull some of these games out. It's not going to be tonight. There's a lesson again is you got to come ready to play, but you got to play 40 complete minutes. We've talked about that with Coach as this team has not found 40 minutes of good basketball.
And Ethan's second is good. Well, I mean, in that first half where you got, quite honestly, nothing positive out of either Knez or Kerner, you can't have that happen. I mean, not only points-wise, but they were getting beat, especially Aaron Knez getting beat time after time defensively.
Yeah, and Matt Turner without a point tonight.
Yeah. And if he's supposed to be a shooter, then he's got to come through somehow.
Well, those frankly, had shots to hit all year, and then they just didn't go in, and that happened.
Yeah.
You take the loss and move on.
It's only one game, and it's not ending your season, but it looks ugly.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how we respond at Ripon now on Saturday.
Garrett will pick up his second personal, back-to-backers.
5 team fouls, 1:34 to go.
So they will inbound off the sideline. Coach just trying to get his guys to finish strong, even though they're not going to win on the scoreboard here.
That's still coaching, for the season, right? I mean, it's just early December.
Davis out near the timeline against Spray. Between the legs down the right side of the lane. Nice dish underneath. Layup is good for Van White.
How many times have we seen that tonight?
Yeah, way too many.
I mean, they just break us down off the dribble and then hit back cut.
Garrett Nelson around the horn. Bublitz tries to take it inside. Got caught up. Takes the tough shot. Can't hit it. Probably 14 a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to make something happen.
Lob over the top. Kingland down the right sideline today. Well, this will be a big win for Bethel. Just a bet. They're going to be 6-2, and they've got a nice win over a team that is currently ranked. We'll see by next week. But you go out and beat Ripon, you probably stay somewhere in the 20s, I'm guessing now. Carver Bagley, well, they're going to call him for traveling, which I did not see. But, okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. Carver Bagley and I have the same opinion of that call. What? He hit the shot, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Boy, they're really playing well tonight. This is a good example in Division III, Scotty. You don't have to be big.
Garrett Nelson misses the 3. Rebound out, tipped out to Jensen. Could have gone for a breakout and said, nah, we'll just pull it out. We're going to win this game. Why add to it? And they're going to take a timeout over on the sideline because they were pinned down.
And tonight, in a sense, they've been a better version of us. We're not a big team. We're not a pound you in the lane kind of team. And they've been a better version of us, where we like to be able to pass and move and cut. And the team that's really putting on the impressive display of basketball tonight has been the Royals from Bethel. Hats off to them. They played just a beautiful basketball game.
Sure, it's disappointed for we Pointer fans, but that's face reality sometimes. You got whooped. got whooped pretty good here tonight, to say the least. So, we're going to take your first loss. Didn't expect it to be an undefeated season. Would have been nice, but we didn't expect it. So,
well, and you're never quite as good as you think you are when you're winning, and you're certainly never quite as bad as you feel you are after a disappointing loss like this. So, these guys are young. They'll come back from this probably easier than us and our fans. They'll come back ready to play tomorrow, and Saturday will be another game, and it can be an entirely different game for us on Saturday. Hoping it is.
well, that'll be.
Because this has been.
Got to find somebody that can, and maybe it's just one game, but get a little more consistent scoring.
My concern, offense, sometimes it just isn't there. You don't make shots, but our defense tonight was horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, but give Bethel there again credit because they just spread us out and just got in the gaps, beat us with quickness, and had backcuts all night long, and we just couldn't defend.
And they will play out the clock again. That will be your final score. Bethel comes into the Quandt and knocks off our previously undefeated Pointers. The Royals 64, UW Stevens Point 46 here tonight. Let's take a 2-minute break. We're coming back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WTCS.
Don't you realize that you're standing